Hi, the doctor's in. I'm Dr. LB, and I'm here to help you through your math difficulties. Today, we're going to solve variation problems. In the last lecture, the introduction to variation, we translated English statements into algebraic statements, and that's going to be the first thing that we're going to do when solving variation problems. The second thing we're going to do is substitute the given values into the equation to find this constant of proportionality k. Then we're going to substitute k back into the original equation. So what we will have from step 3 is we will have an equation specific to the situation that we're dealing with. And then number 4, we're going to use that equation from part 3 to answer the question in the problem. So the first one that we're going to look at is y varies inversely as t when y is 6, or y is 6 when t is 3. They want to find y when t is 9. So the first thing we want to do is to translate this English statement into an algebraic statement. Y varies inversely as t. Means y is the constant of proportionality k divided by t. That's the first step. The second step is we're going to substitute given values into the equation to find k. So they said y is 6 when t is 3. So we have 6 equals k divided by 3, or k is 18. So we go here and we substitute what k is, y equals 18 divided by t. And this is the equation that we're referencing in step 3. Then it says to solve the problem. The problem tells us to find y when t is 9. So y is 2. Let's look at another problem, one that's a little more complicated. X varies directly as v and inversely as the square of d. So let's read that again, and let's go ahead and translate that English statement into an algebraic statement. X varies directly, so x equals k times, it's directly as v and inversely as the square of d. So x equals kv divided by d squared. Let's read the next sentence because it should give us some values for those variables to find k. So x is 7 when v is 9 and d is 6. So we plug in 7 for x, 9 for v, and 6 for d. Okay, so when we solve for k, k is going to be 7 times what? 6 squared all over 9. And that reduces to 28. So x is going to be 28v divided by d squared. So next, we need to find x when v is 4 and d is 8. And when we simplify, we get 7/4. Now, the last two problems that we've completed, it really wasn't a particular situation. It was, just bare bones variation problem. Let's look at one that describes a situation. The distance that a spring will stretch varies directly as the force applied to the spring. Let's read that again. The distance varies directly as force. So we read that and we took out the unnecessary words. Distance varies directly as force. Now let's read the second sentence, because in that second sentence they ought to give us a D and an F so we can find K. A force of 10 pounds is needed to stretch a spring 7 inches. So K is 7 over 10, which means D equals 7 over 10 times F. So let's read the last sentence and so we can solve the problem. What force is required to stretch the spring 15 inches? So 15 equals 7 over 10 times F. So F is going to be 150 over 7. So remember that Dr. LB is always in. Please come back for more math help.